Today is Monday, January the 3rd, and I want to share a few thoughts about a most wonderful subject, and that subject is grace. I received some beautiful gifts during this holiday season, and one of those gifts was a box of these cards. They are blessings, and it says 101 blessings here. This is one of the beautiful gifts that I received, and these cards all have to do with grace, and that is what I want to talk about, the subject of grace today. And grace has, or there are several definitions that I've heard over the years for what grace is, but one definition that I really like that I'm going to share this morning, and I found this in Christianity.com, and I will share all this information in the description box. But they defined grace as the opposite of karma, and karma has to do with getting karma is all about getting what you deserve. However, their definition of grace was getting what you don't deserve. And I think that is very point on and how I perceive and how I define grace. I've heard grace as the unmerited favor of God. I've heard that also. And I looked up a couple of references, which I will also post those links. And according to the Young People's Dictionary of Scriptural and Religious Terms, which they have found grace listed in the Bible over 206 times. But one phrase that they used was God's grace is bigger than our failures. And I think that is wonderful also. So I wanted to read a couple of these cards that I received from this most wonderful gift. And grace is a gift, just like this box of blessings that I received as a gift. So I'm going to share just a couple of these today. And this one here says, grace is the very opposite of merit. Grace is not only undeserved favor, but it is favor shown to the one who has deserved the very opposite. That is what this little card says. And on the author of that quote here is Harry Ironside. And on the opposite side of this little card, they say the grace of God, this is the scripture reference, the grace of God has been revealed, bringing salvation to all people. And that verse is found in Titus 2:11. So that's the one little blessing card that I wanted, one of them that I wanted to share today. And to go along with that undeserved favor, one of the synonyms for grace is a word clemency. We don't use that word a lot in everyday conversation, but I think that clemency is a very beautiful word. And according to vocabulary.com, the definition for clemency is, well, the word itself is derived from the Latin word for gentle. So that's the root word for clemency, the Latin word for gentle. And clemency means compassion shown by people in power towards people who rebel or those who have broken the law. So in a legal term, when a judge grants clemency, he's granting a leniency towards someone or a complete pardon for something that they have done, but the judge has made that decision to exonerate that person, to let that erase that crime, so to speak. So that is Clemency. And I wanted to read one more of these, my little beautiful holiday cards here. And this here says, God gives grace to the humble. I think that is a very key verse, and that is found in James 4, verse 6. And a little quote by Frank Johnson on the back of this particular card. It says, through our disgrace, God has provided grace. Through his faithfulness, he gives us hope. And in his presence, we receive his gift. That's beautiful. So, grace, hope, grace and hope. God gives grace to the humble. And that makes me think, tying that together with the word clemency, when someone stands before a literal judge and they are begging for mercy, and or they may specifically even ask for clemency, and I believe that the judge can see the condition of the person who's asking, especially when they're asking in a humble way. That's how we come to God. When we ask him, we know we've done wrong. We know we need help. We need his grace. We need his mercy. So I wanted to share just a couple of those this morning. I might be sharing some more of these beautiful cards later on. But I just wanted to share some of my little gift that I received. I'm very thankful for this gift itself, and I'm even more thankful for God's grace. So I'm praying that 2022 will truly be a year of God's rich and abounding grace for us all. So thank you. Have a beautiful day.